It's all over the news, a Bitcoin death cross. What does it mean and what is next? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening guys, wherever you are in this beautiful world, whenever you're watching this video, welcome to the Bitcoin family channel. For the newcomers, my name is Didi. In today's short but powerful video, I have one news item, I have 4 amazing charts and an inspirational quote. Let's quickly jump into that very important news item as I don't have too much time today. Let's jump into it. Bam! The news is about the spot ETFs, guys. In total, between the 3rd and the 10th of April, we saw an outflow of $872 billion in Bitcoin spot ETFs. Outflow. Are they losing interest? Is Bitcoin spot ETF not like popular anymore? What is happening? Why do we see these big outflows at the Bitcoin spot ETFs? The Bitcoin spot ETFs had a combined trading volume of $2.24 billion, which is 30% down below the average of $2.7 billion. So it's definitely lower than the S&P spot ETF. It has a $54 billion trading volume, not too far behind the gold spot ETF that has a $5.3 billion trading volume, but it is ahead of the US Treasuries. They have only $2.1 billion in the spot ETFs trading volume, guys. So it is not too bad what Bitcoin is doing, but we saw an outflow. And why do we see this outflow now? This outflow is there, I think, because of all the tariffs war and all that stuff that's happening. Like when there is not complete certainty on the macroeconomic situation, a lot of investors are taking their investments from the table and putting it in stable coins or whatever it is in their gold. We can see that gold is growing, Bitcoin should be growing, but we don't see it yet. What I showed you on yesterday's chart is the M2 has increased tremendously, and normally Bitcoin will track that M2. So I am still pretty bullish. I am not bearish at all. For me, between now and the end of May, we will still see 120K. So that's a very bullish perspective for me. Am I buying these dips? Yes, of course I'm buying these dips. I am not selling my HODL portfolio and also not selling my trading portfolio, as I believe Bitcoin will go higher and higher and higher. That those spot ETFs have an outflow means that the reversal again will have a huge inflow. And when that inflow will be there, you are too late with buying. So you should be buying when that outflow is there, when the prices dip, guys. So that's my opinion. That's the only news for today, that we should not trust these spot ETFs too much. Don't be too happy that we have a shitload of spot ETFs nowadays in the world. Why would you be cheering about that centralization to Bitcoin? We should collectively start to buy more Bitcoins as retail. We as the people should protect our capital against inflation, and we do that through buying Bitcoin, not through letting BlackRock and the spot ETFs buy Bitcoin. You should be buying Bitcoin. You should be protecting your capital against inflation and create generational wealth at the same time, guys. Now, I'm going to jump quickly into the charts because all the news that you read is about a death cross on the daily chart. And what has that meant for Bitcoin in the last couple of years when we saw those death cross? Is that really a death cross and very negative, or maybe a little bit positive? I'm going to show you this on the charts. Bam! This is the first chart for today, guys, a 4-hour chart. On a 4-hour chart, yes, we see the resistance. That is that green line. Look at the arrow. I told you yesterday, this is the resistance. We need to break it. If we don't break it, we could fall back again to the support line. The first support is 83, and then the second support is 81, of course. Let's try and create this, a W we had over there. Maybe we are going to create here again a beautiful W pattern. Another W to the 85, and then break out to the 90K levels. That would be a beautiful double W. Amazing. 4-hour chart, guys. On the day chart, that is the chart we want to talk about. This is the death cross. Everyone is calling the death cross. In the news, we see the death cross. Now, what is a death cross? Here, this green line crossed that red line. The 50 is crossing the 200. Now, that is officially on the daily chart, indeed, a death cross over there. And normally, yes, it sounds really terrible. That is also terrible in the bear market. But in the bull market, I don't think it's very effective, and I do think it's lagging behind. Look, we already had a huge dip, and now the death cross appears, so it's lagging behind. And if you look back, like into time, we're going to check it over here, the death cross during a bull market, let me see, here was also a death cross. This August 2024, there was a death cross. The green crossed the red. What happened? Bitcoin jumped massively up. Now, let's go back further. Here, another death cross. We crossed it. What happened? Bitcoin went massively up. So, a death cross, like in 2022 over here, after a huge bull market, that death cross led into the bull market. And that golden cross led into the bear market. But in this beautiful bull market that we had, golden cross, this was a dead cross, that was a dead cross on the daily, and we kept continuing, and this is a dead cross, and I believe we keep continuing. But I have another chart that shows you that a little bit more clear, as I draw a lot of lines on this chart. So maybe should show you the other one. I'm just going to do this now, delete a lot of shit, and then we go back to the Gaussian channel. The Gaussian channel, I told you yesterday as well, this top line, which is now 88,000 US dollar, that is a difficult area to break. We broke into the Gaussian channel. Often we get stuck into this Gaussian channel for a longer time, like we saw over here, many candles inside, and that midline is at 83. So we should be between 83 and 88 for a couple of candles before we break out. So we could be, I should say. We could be, yeah. It's not like should, we could. Should, break out. Could, stay inside. Between 83 and 88, that's the range where you can be trading at the moment. If we look on the weekly, you know, I told you yesterday already, the RSI broke out like all the other times, and we see the hash ribbon break out, and we see the MACD decreasing. We see the MACD bottoming out. After bottoming out, it will have a crossover. The blue will cross the red line again, and that will lead into a next pump. We just need to be patient. As long as we are not creating lower lows and all that stuff on the weekly, there is nothing wrong. This is just a beautiful correction in the bull market, and we will see a continuation into the end of this year, guys. Now, I'm going to show you now that other chart that's a little bit more clear. It's this one over here. Here you can see all the death crosses in the past, like bear market, for example. This is a 2018 bear market. There was a death cross. Yes, start of the bear market. Then here was also a death cross. Wow, that was the start of a huge pump. Another death cross, small dip. Another death cross, COVID crash. After that, huge pump. Bear market death cross, bear market death cross, bear market started again. This death cross was a dip and a pump, double top, remember? Now, during the bull market now, this was the golden cross over there. There's some birds fighting, really hard, I don't know why. The golden cross, this was a death cross, we did continue. Death cross, we did continue. Death cross, I believe we will again continue. On this chart, you can see it even more clear. It's a little bit more zoomed in version. Hopefully it is clear. Yeah, it's clear. And in the zoomed in version, you can see, guys, I would not be worrying about this death cross. Here, this is a very beautiful example of a death cross. 163% up during a bull market. A death cross. 100% up. A death cross. How many percent up? 50? 80? 100% up. 100 will bring us to 160. 50 will bring us to 120. So yeah, I believe this death cross is not the start of the bear market. This is just a death cross during the bull market, and there will be a continuation. So don't worry too much about this death cross. I know all the media will be screaming, death cross, we're going to die. Bitcoin is going to crash to zero. I don't believe that. This is my take on the death cross. It's lagging behind, and yes, in the bull markets, it's mostly a buying the dip opportunity. Now, let's jump into the next part. I hope you really enjoyed those charts, guys. Yes, short term, a lot of volatility, and that death cross in a bear market would have been devastating. That death cross in a bear market would have been the end of the bull market. At the moment, in my opinion, we're still in the bull market. And as you saw on that beautiful chart, during the bull markets, we have experienced multiple death crosses. But what did the Bitcoin price do? We went even higher into a new bull market top, guys. So for me, this death cross on the daily chart is not that important. It's lagging behind. You saw the crash. There was a 30% crash. In my opinion, this is a buying opportunity. And from that buying opportunity, we will start to create a new all-time high somewhere between now and the end of 2025, guys. And then there will be a death cross again. And that death cross you should be selling. You can hear the water. It's raining really hard outside. It started yesterday already with raining. It's continued to rain all day. which is really strange for this period in Thailand. Normally in March, April, you only see sun, but we now already have 2 days of rain after Songkran. Maybe we did too much water fight and that water is coming back now from the heaven, falling us and giving us another water fight. I don't know. It's a beautiful day to go to a shopping mall or whatever, guys. That were the charts for today. I'm going to spend some Bitcoins because my trading algorithm is making a shitload of profit in these volatile weeks. That is when the AI trading bot performs best. Yes, the inverse perpetual and also the spot bot, they perform really well when the market is volatile, because that is the moment you are able to trade, sell and buy, sell and buy. Beautiful moment for the trading algorithm. Now let's jump into the inspirational quote, guys. The inspirational quote for today is a very simple one. After rain comes sunshine. It's raining. It's really raining Thailand style. I can show you a little bit, maybe here you see how much is raining. It's like really raining hard, hard, hard. So after rain comes sunshine. People must never forget that. It will stop raining, the sun will appear again. And it counts also for all your emotions. Yes, you can feel bad, but there will be a moment you will start to feel good again. Yes, you can do something wrong, but there will be a moment you do something right again. So after the rain, there will always be sunshine. So please, whatever happens in your life, don't get stuck. Don't sit down and become depressive and create this negative spiral that you get stuck in. Why would you be doing that? Everything that happens to you in your life, see it as a lesson. If it's a very negative lesson or a very painful lesson, yes, I know, that's not nice. But see it as a lesson. Treat it as a lesson and wait for the sun to shine again and start to shine yourself again. Nothing is able to stop you. You are a very strong person, a very strong human being. Whatever will be thrown at you at life, you can have it. You can continue. It will be some time that you feel some pain or you feel stressed, whatever it is, but there will always be moments that all will be gone and you will be completely happy again and looking forward to a very bright future. So if you know that every time when you had that bad feeling or that negativity, it was solved after some time, if you know that all those bad situations will be solved after time, after the rain, there will be sunshine, then why would you still be stressing about them? Just see everything that happens in your life that is not positive as a rainy day. And tomorrow, there will be again a sunny day. That is the inspirational quote for today, guys. I hope you really enjoyed today's video. Let me know down below what you thought about the news, the spot ETF, what do you think about the charts, the debt cross, and what do you think about after the rain we will see some sunshine again. Thank you for watching. Short but powerful video. I wish you an amazing day and see you tomorrow again. Bam.